Hello, everyone.
And welcome back. This is
Twisted Sisters Mojo.
And it is time for Tarot Talk. And today we're going to continue our coverage on the Wands. We're going 6 through King.
6 through Page, yeah.
6 through 10.
Yeah, well, the Page is last. It's King, Queen.
No.
See?
Page is first.
Page is not first.
Page is first. King is last.
It depends on your shit. But for me, King is first. It goes King, Queen, Knight, Page. For her, it's Page, Knight, Queen, King.
So
and it's just another
backwards.
way that we differ. And there's a reason why our readings are PG-13, or you need to be over 35 to watch them. Because I'm going to kill a bitch up in here.
Only if you can catch me.
Yeah, well, I can throw real well. I didn't play softball for
Bitch,
nothing.
you're blind as a bat.
Yeah, well, okay. When you're right, you're right. Anyway, first card.
No. Okay, yes, you're right.
No shit. 6 comes after 5. This is why I was a teacher and she was a stripper.
Okay, just throw my business out there.
Well, that's all right. So was I. And I was a teacher at the same time, which shows you how much teachers make.
All right,
Anyway, number 6. You've got a guy riding a horse. The card is really trying to focus on me and not the card. Yeah, well, it's a guy riding a horse. He's carrying a flag with the sun on it. So, in reference to the sun card, he has reached his potential. And a lot of times this represents a military card, and
watch your table.
yeah, I'm a banger. Somebody being victorious and riding in victory, and in the reverse, it's not being so victorious. But you had a really good take on it that you said the other day that I liked.
When we're looking at this card, something to take into consideration is watch your ego. Watch your ego. Watch how far above your friends you sit. And yes, the 6 is moving towards success, and it's a positive card, but it can also be a warning card in that sometimes when we get a little successful, our ego get a little bit. Mm-hmm. So,
Take a step back. Remember, you are only a man or woman.
Act with a little humility. So, there you go.
All right. So, now in your nose is so cute and shiny.
Bitch, I will
She's
stab
starting
you.
to wear makeup, and she doesn't want to pretend like she's girly. Yeah, I know. I'm just throwing everything out there today. Here we have the 7. And he is standing on a hill, and it's trying to focus in and out. He's standing on a hill, and he's got his staff, and he's got, you can take his look one or two ways. He's being pensive, or he's explaining. So you can look at it as a teacher that is teaching his skills, and he has people that are interested in what he has to teach. But you can also look at it as that he is protecting his ground.
Yeah, I'm pretty much down with that on both. And again, also, when you're reading and you're doing intuitive readings or you're doing psychic readings, your spirits, your angels, whoever it may be, may actually add to the reading. So be a little lenient and open-minded towards what the cards actually mean.
Now, here we have the 8, and we pretty much agree with this one all the way around. I really wish it wasn't trying to focus on our faces. This, you have 8 wands, and they're flying through space. To us, or to me, it is messages. You can rest assured someone is going to be trying to get into contact with you one way or the other. But it can be mixed messages and outright lies. We get this a lot when people are lying.
Back in the day, before social media, it was
Before people lied.
Before people lied. Before social media, it meant letters in the mail. It meant some kind of communication. But now in this day and age, it can come cell phone calls, social media, whatever it...
Tweets,
twats.
I was going to do that first. I was just a little slower on the draw.
Story of your life. But, so basically, when you're looking at the 8 of Wands, you're talking about communication across the board.
I really do look just like my grandmother.
You bet.
She will come and stomp a mud hole
I said
in your
you're
ass.
an old bat.
Yeah, but see, I said I look like her, and you said old bat, and she was 90 and told her boyfriend she was in her 70s. So this is the 9. I had to look. This is the 9, and here's a guy. He looks kind of battle worn, and he's standing behind. He's got the wands behind him. So in reference to the 7. If he was in a battle, he's won, and now he has to protect what is his. What is your take on this one?
I also look at it as taking a break from the things that you've sown, things that you may need to nourish, to nurture, to grow, to bring them to fruition. That's another take that I have on this particular card.
And now that you've sown it, you may have to defend your reasoning with social media, with the message card. Okay, you put it out there, now you have to defend it.
Yep.
Here we have the 10, and it's a guy. He's carrying a bunch of stuff to a little town. You may not be able to see it if it's blurry. But here's a guy. He's got what's his. He's moving. He's leaving. But he can also be carrying the things that he has created and made to get the benefits of them.
I also look at this as maybe unnecessary burdens that you're carrying. You're carrying such a load that you may have to prioritize what you set aside going forward. So it can have really positive connotations. It can also have some negative connotations if you look at things as maybe unnecessary or burdensome or heavy, and that just not on the physical. That can be mental burdens, emotional burdens, spiritual burdens. So, it is what it is.
But if you ask if you're moving and you get this card,
Yeah.
you're definitely going somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, now because I am so fucking nice, I'm going to do this Page, Knight, Queen, King. But the next one is my way.
We can compromise. We'll go like that, and then we'll go like that.
Okay.
Does that make you feel better?
No, really, I don't give a shit.
Okay. All right, so,
The Page.
the Page. All right, so when we're talking about the Page of Wands, now the court cards are very interesting. They're very much probably the most expansive, or what's the word I'm looking for? Open-ended cards in the tarot. Because not only can they represent a physical person, they can represent an archetype. They can
And an idea.
an idea. Like with pages, I look at them as beginnings, starts. If you look at it on a physical level, some young person with the characteristics of what the wands would represent. So depending on the questions, what the layout is, it can take on many, many different meanings.
And that goes with all the cards. And we're only going to say that so many times at this point. But we do wands differently. I do them as air. She does them as fire. Actions for her, ideas for me. But we do kind of come together in so much as the king is fire. So he is action, like I'm doing in sign language. He's the action behind the idea. The queen is the emotion behind.
Someone made a comment on one of our Tarot Talk videos, and they said that they see and can see all 4 of the elements contained within each of the cards.
And I do that.
Yeah, and that is absolutely, right on the money. We use the elements as basic characteristics. Fiery characteristics, earthy, watery, whatever it may be. It helps in learning the tarot and their meanings.
And actually, I was backwards on that. When I see the king, I look at the knight as being more fiery and the king being more air. He is the very essence of an idea, where the page at his age is flowing and changing, and the queen is being more definite earth and birth and growth of an idea.
Yeah, and when I look at the king to me is control. If he does not represent a person, he does not represent an idea, he may represent a need to get control of a situation, to take control of your life or whatever whatever have you.
Now, I know in this particular deck, when you look at the knight cards for each of the 4 suits, they're always doing something different. In this one, he's rearing up. He's getting ready to go. Like for fire, I think he's charging. For earth, he's just kind of sitting there. And I cannot, for the life of me, cannot remember what the water one is doing.
With knight, I always look at him as learning. So we have the page as beginnings, we have the knight as learnings, we have the queen as the emotional aspect, and then we have the king as the control aspect. Those are 4 ways that I interpret the cards, the court cards.
A lot of people have a hang up with the court cards, and you really shouldn't. They get uncomfortable when they see them. It's like reversals. It's just another aspect. You can use it or not use it, but there's no reason to ever be nervous because you get a court card.
One thing I also have noticed is that when people are learning the tarot, they tend to put the court cards aside and save them till last. And I'm not sure why that is, because when you're doing intimidation, when you're learning the tarot, the court cards are a very important aspect and part of the deck. So they shouldn't be ignored. They shouldn't be pushed aside. They should be, embraced. Let's say if we were doing a reading and I'm reading for a guy and he's got, a whole bunch of female court cards in play, I'm going to be looking at him going, you may have too many females that you're messing with, and this is why, and these are the types of females. So embrace those cards.
Right.
Because they can really help expand your reading and narrow down the answer to whatever question you're addressing.
Right.
Right.
This has been Raven.
And this is Deja with Twisted
Sisters Mojo.
And if you do us a favor, hit that like or subscribe button, leave us a thumbs up, share our video, and we will see you on the next Tarot Talk.
200 by New Year. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You are so weird.
I'm a Marine.
You're an ex-Marine.
I'm a former Marine. You are never an ex-Marine.
All right. She's former Marine. I'm former Army, so...
It just means I made the harder one and you bitched out.
We will see you all.
I can't be serious. I don't know what to do.